Well, folks, welcome back to Marvel Heroes. This is your host, ID Jester. Well, we're finishing up Iceman here, as you can see, almost a level 60. And we're going to go ahead and finish him up here in just a few minutes. Again, I'm not really looking at a build or specifics on, what powers or anything. Again, I try to just use a lot of different powers, check out different options that he might have, try different things, and just see what works for me at the time of leveling him up. So we'll look at more of a finished build and what we can do with him once we do get him up to level 60. So we got our legendary up to level 3 there. Again, haven't really worked on putting any items on his costume. We did end up getting quite a few. You can see several items down here for his actual uniques. Pretty much uniques across the board. We did not get any special ring for him yet. We probably got one in our stash, but we did get this Guardian Siglet, which is, works okay, so no big deal there. Not really worried about that. We did pick up a level 57 insignia, and just our generic kind of artifacts. And we ended up finding a Mole Man medallion, the cosmic one, which is pretty cool because it gives us a little 7% XP bonus. Helped us level up a little bit. We just actually got that at like 55, maybe 56. So unfortunately, maybe it was level 50. I don't know, somewhere around there. But still helped us, so that's good. All right, so let's get this sucker leveled up and check him out here and see what's going on. So he's got this little dash power, which is obviously pretty cool. Oh, we've got a couple eternity splitters right off the bat. That's awesome. 2 of them, as a matter of fact. So his signature power is really good. This little power, you are invulnerable during the time of your activating that power, so that's obviously a good thing. Let's go grab some enemies here, some enemy bosses. See what we got here. Oh, we can activate our ultimate power. Here we go, ultimate power. Bam! Alright, get us some nice clones, do some nice damage. There we go, see lots of numbers flashing on the screen. Those are all damage we're doing to the enemies right now. That's great. Doing some pretty good damage. I think Iceman does some pretty good damage, actually. Get all of his powers maxed out working right. So hopefully they will eventually get that done. We're going to go ahead and activate our signature power again. Since we have all the bosses kind of in our little zone there, so that's a good thing. Should be able to upgrade. I was going to say we should be going up to level 60 pretty quickly, and there we go. We are level 60. So that has been really good. There we go. Level, get out of the way there, dudes. I want to pick up my chest. Hello. There we go. So we made it, folks. Another hero up to level 60. Not bad. Again, we've got all of the heroes up to level 60. So anytime they release a new one, it's just a matter of spending a few hours leveling up that character. So that's always a good thing for you people out there that are behind the times and don't have all your characters leveled up. Just be patient and just keep at it. I didn't get this guy all upgraded in one day. I just spent a couple hours the first day, a couple hours the next day. I know it's kind of slow in the beginning, but just try and get yourself a few buffs if you can. A few items that might give you some XP. In fact, I've used one. 100 bonus to XP earned. We actually got that as a free login today, so it was like, oh yeah, since we're logging in, we're going to play them, might as well upgrade and use it. What the heck? So eventually you'll get your characters up to level 60, and of course the more you get up to level 60, the better off you kind of are, because you can trade items a little bit easier. All your your insignias, your artifacts, your rings are all kind of up at the max level, so it just helps you be able to move things from character to character and get everybody worked out really well. Got a few items we can trade in here, which we're going to go ahead and do. Speaking of which, we probably have a ring in, I think it's this one here. What does he do? He does energy damage, right? So melee's not the best for him. Those shouldn't be in there. What do we got here? We got a couple melees, ranged, mental, and physical. No energy ones. But we do have a ranged and a melee. So we are going to be mostly melee. So might have to kind of organize my stuff here a little bit. Might have to actually wait on getting him a ring until we get a nice energy ring from Industrial City. Probably shouldn't take us too long to find a nice ring, hopefully. Otherwise, we'll just switch over to ranged or melee. Probably a melee, depending on what kind of build we're going to go with on him. So again, for those of you who hadn't watched the previous episodes, kind of was focusing in on the icy weapons part. Obviously using the frozen lance, as I talked about last episode. The shatter ability that only a few of the powers actually use that power, shatter, which gives you 100% damage against frozen enemies. This is our regular attack here, Icy Arsenal. Does some really good damage and actually extra damage for 5 seconds after you shatter an enemy. 5 seconds isn't a long time. It's only basically maybe 1.4 seconds, so you might have 6 swings, maybe 7 swings with it, assuming you can hit everybody. So again, I'm not really using that for the damage bonus, but it does pretty good amount of damage. I was getting some good 500,000 brutal strikes with this. Not too bad, and a couple 500,000s with this. So I think Iceman has some potential. I didn't get into the summoning as probably as much as I would have liked, just because I didn't want to spend a lot of points into that when I knew, again, kind of some of his mechanics. Oh, geez, just a little bit upsetting. You know, the fact that you have to choose basically one passive ability: the weapon focus, the construct focus, or the beam focus. And when you choose those, you gives you bonuses to your certain section. And then you notice that it also says, where is it here? Damage bonus is doubled if you do not have an ice golem currently summoned. So again, kind of penalizes you for actually having summoned creatures if you're trying to get extra bonuses. So, I'm not sure I really like that mechanic. I certainly don't like the shatter mechanic. I understand it. It makes sense. But I just don't like how they implemented it. Five attack, or attack somebody and put 5 damages on it to get a frozen creature. It just takes you a long time to do that, and to get, oh geez, just, I don't know how that's gonna play out. We talked about Ghost Rider last time. Ghost Rider, basically you have to get 3 damage over time things to get your bonuses. Actually, since we are level 60, we can teleport to level 60 here. Go to level 60. So now we can actually bring up Ghost Rider here. Where is he? Oh, he's on the other side now. God, he's so used to looking for him over there. If we go to Ghost Rider, though, you will see that, look at his powers here. Where are they? It's been a while since I played him here, and where are they? Where? Yes. So where's the motorcycle one we talked about right there? So it applies. You see right there, power synergy applies 3 stacks of Hellfire on a hit, and of course then. You see, we talked about this, where applies a stack of Hellfire upon a hit. And you're trying to get these stacks on them so that your going to be doing 20% additional damage per stack of Hellfire, which is a lot easier to do because this is, well, if you have one stack, it does 20%. If you have two stacks, it does 40%. If you have three stacks, it does 60%. If you do four stacks, it does 80%. And obviously, if you have five stacks, it does 100% extra damage, right? Well, with Iceman, you have to have 5 stacks to get 100. There's none of that 20%, 40%, 60%, or 80%, which makes it a lot harder to try and get the bonuses for him than it is for, well, in the example, Ghost Rider here. I can have one stack on it, and I'm going to get a little bit of extra damage, and that's what I was talking about last episode. You know, if I have 2 stacks, I get 40%. If I have 3 stacks, yay! If I have 4 stacks, yay, I'm getting more damage. But as I get more stacks of damage on the enemy, I'm getting, you know, the progression of damage is going up. Unfortunately for us with Iceman, you get no bonus, 0 bonus, unless you got 5 stacks, and in that case, then you get your 100% bonuses, but it doesn't scale. So it's going to be a lot harder to get all the bonuses from this guy because you're going to have to stack, and then finally get your bonus. There is no power that I have seen that will let you have like a bonus based on how many stacks of chill are on your enemy. Now, with that said, there are a couple powers here that flash freeze here. You can see this applies 5 stacks of chill. So this is the only way that I have found really to quickly be able to get your bonuses so you can shatter. So what I've been doing is flash freezing people, applies this chill, and then go ahead and use our frozen lance. Frozen lance will then, you know, shatter them, which will then give us our bonus to icy arsenal. But unfortunately for this, it has again a 4-second cooldown. So you can apply this, do some damage, and then try to get some extra bonus. And I'm not saying this is the best way to play them. I'm just trying to figure out how this whole mechanic is gonna be. I don't like it the way it's set up. Hopefully they'll maybe change it. I don't know. I just don't like the way it's set up compared to some of the other characters. As we mentioned last episode, we talked about, you know, I don't know, just look at any of the other heroes that, you know, came out originally in the game with oh, I don't know, just anybody. I guess Hulk, you know. No, because I don't know. Just choose somebody. Well, I talked about Storm, so let's look at Storm. You know, Storm here. Let's just switch to Storm real quickly. Okay, with Storm, there is no fancy dancy mechanic of, oh, do this to get a bonuses here or this. She actually has this ability here, which will give her a freeze on an enemy for 2.8 seconds, which is irresistible. When we looked at Storm, we did our level 60 review on her. We talked about how her powers are and everything. So if you're not sure exactly Storm's powers, you can check out that video and kind of update yourself. But I can use wind powers, I can use storm powers. I don't have to use a storm power that activates my wind power. And then my wind powers give me bonuses of my lightning power, anything like that. It just, there's no kind of funky mechanics with these old characters. Again, if we just choose, I don't know, Spider-Man, since I happen to click on him. Look at Spider-Man, again, there's no kind of these weird mechanics going on. He shoots, range things, he goes up, he punches them, you know, he shoots web, whatever. There's none of this funky mechanics that they consistently are putting on these new characters or these updated characters. If we look at Punisher, actually, because he's the other guy that they just updated. Let's look at Punisher and check out his mechanic here. And I have not looked at him yet. So, okay, so here's the thing. With Punisher, I haven't played him yet, obviously, because we have 0 points in him or anything. He just got his level 52, so he gets his signature at level 30, and his ultimate at level 60, or I'm sorry, level 52. And his only kind of mechanic is the fact that his powers use ammo instead of spirit, and when his ammo runs out, he can't use his powers, but he does have a rapid reload there, which will basically give him recover 100% of your maximum ammo. So when your spirit starts running out, bam, you just spam that, get all your, basically back to full spirit. And the only other mechanic he has is the Old Painless and the Flamethrower, and these are kind of like his ultimate weapons. And then based on which one of these two weapons you choose, he will get bonuses to some of his other attacks. So, for example, let's see if we can find one here. Oh no, it was already down here. That's right. If you look at Old Painless, you're going to get bonuses to your Magnum, your Headshot, your Buckshot Blast, your rocket-propelled grenade, your burst fire, and your submachine guns. If you choose a flamethrower, you're going to get bonuses to submachine guns, buckshot blast, fichelet blast, violent nerve gas, burst fire, and magnum. But of course, there are different bonuses based on which one of these weapons you choose. That's fine. You're not telling somebody, oh, you can't choose this power because you chose flamethrower. You can't choose this power because you chose Old Painless. Or you're not saying to somebody, okay, you got to hit somebody with a headshot before you can use your Magnum, and then once you hit with your Magnum, then you can use your violent nerve gas to do extra damage. And that's basically what they're doing with Iceman, in that you have to
there are a lot of gifted youngsters out there who need someone cool.
Unlike Punisher, which we just looked at, like I mentioned last episode, the last couple times I looked at this guy, his powers, his damage doesn't scale with how frozen the enemy is. Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3, Tier 4, Tier 5 frozenness. It's basically you have to get them up to Tier 5 of frozenness, or chill, or whatever they call it. I guess chill. You need to chill them out 5 times before they become frozen. And then, not only that, but then you have to shatter them. You have to shatter them to get the bonus damage. And then once you shatter them, then you can, some of your powers give you bonuses for a little while after you shatter them. Otherwise, you're not going to get all that bonus damage. And if you're not using your bonus damage, you're not using the character to its full extent. I don't like the way this is set up. I'm telling you that right now. I hate to say it, but I'm telling you right now. I'm not doing a review on them. I'm just kind of going over what I've seen from them from playing from level 1 to level 60.
No more of this
I don't like that mechanic
X-Men
where I have to do certain things in certain orders, and I have to choose certain powers, or I'm just not using the character to the best of its ability. I'm not using all of its built-in powers. The way he's set up right now is just not conducive to an open build play, or to keep people interested, because you're going to have to choose certain powers at certain times. I can't just ice lance people. I mean, I can. It's not going to do a ton of damage. I have to shatter them. So to shatter them, I have to freeze them. To freeze them, I have to use the powers that'll actually give them a chill. And that kind of restricts how I can build my character, because I have to have chillers, and then I have to have shatterers, and then I have to have ones that work off of the shatter. And I don't like the mechanic of, okay, choose this power, choose this power, choose this power. But hey, if you choose this one and you're using ice golems, which is, this power, basically this whole column over here, you're not going to get all your bonuses either. So again, it's just, I love his graphics, I love the voice acting, I love, just that little thing where if you're just running along, you'll just put out this nice little thing in front of them. That's just totally awesome, cool. And then they go and ruin them with this fricked up, messed up set of powers. Just so disappointing. So disappointing. Again, nothing in his powers you can play him without using all of his little built-in special bonuses and stuff. But of course, if you're doing that, you're not going to be getting the most out of them.
Just acting on impulse.
You know, if you're going to be running green raids, you might be able to get away with it. But if you're running red raids, you're going to have to really min-max your character to the best of your ability just to keep him alive in red raids. And I don't think you can do that without using some of the mechanics that are built into how this character works. And, not only that, but as I mentioned, there are 5 issues that I know of going on with his build, his powers. I think his frozen blades are supposed to give spirit back, which doesn't, you know, obviously isn't in there, and a couple other things. I read the notes, I don't remember right off the top of my head, but it seems like he's just half baked, half worked out. They're trying to get fancy dancy and make the characters play differently and do different things, and I do appreciate that. But they also have to take into consideration, how does this character compare to some of the old characters, and also how does this character compare, how can you build with what the mechanics are with this character. Again, there's no sense in having an Arctic Wave and a Frozen Lance. They basically do the same thing. They're about the same amount of damage, although this one here does more damage. This one has a cooldown, this one doesn't have a cooldown. Why have 2 powers that do the exact same thing? I guess just so they can fill up this little bar. I don't know. Frustration amounts here in Marvel Heroes. I really have had a good time playing up until about 3 or 4 months ago. And in fact, I'm going to be doing a brand new video on the state of Marvel Heroes here. So you can look for that to come. I'm not going to get into that in this video, but some of the design decisions they're doing and some of the things that they have changed and the way they do things, some of it I just don't understand, and a lot of people out there don't if you read the forums. So we'll get into that in another episode. But anyways, Iceman, pretty cool. See how I did that? Pretty cool, not too bad. If we look at his synergy, which I'm not sure we actually had done, get some extra spirit, 15 spirit. Okay, for a level 25 power, not, you know, that's okay if you're like really starting a new character and you need some extra spirit, that's okay. And then of course 5% damage versus slowed targets. Let's see, does his, yeah, because his powers do slow, so he's going to be using that all the time. So anything that you can get bonuses on attacking somebody that's slow, obviously that's good, but again, to kind of compensate for that, his level 25, the extra spirit, it's not that great. I would have liked to see more of a, I don't know, maybe a 3%, you know, 3% bonus versus slowed, and then another 3% bonus versus slowed, or, ooh, I don't know. Yeah, Omega-wise, not really worried about that. Anyways, yeah, not too bad a character. I love the graphics, the voice acting, the graphics are really good. He seems to be pretty fun. He seems like he can do some damage. I will warn you that I had a lot of problems with him being very squishy up until about level 50. And then after that, he got a little bit better. So I'm not sure. I started getting a little bit more uniques, obviously, when we got up there. We didn't get our first unique until about level 38. Which is kind of standard. And then as we got into the 40s, I think we only had 1 or 2 uniques, so we were mostly cosmic at that point. And then when we got to level 50, you can see we were pretty much maxed out with uniques across the board, except for our attack one, which is obviously a very important one. But I don't know if that was the situation. Health-wise, stat-wise, you see we're using, you know, we got a bunch of Omega points. You see our energies at level 17, which is a big help to keeping our spirit cost down. Stat-wise, if we look at our stats here, Looks like we got about a 33% chance at crits, and a brutal strike is about a 24%. But again, we're not looking with any uniques or any upgrades or any bonuses or anything yet. We don't even have our costume upgrades yet. And in fact, our costume core is just a generic one we found as we were progressing through the level. So, I hope they get their act together, because they keep releasing these heroes that are just not up to specifications or fun factor, or they got all of these messed up mechanics. I mentioned this last episode with Winter Soldier. If we switched to him really quickly, we couldn't last episode, but Winter Soldier, he's got this mechanic where you choose this one or this one again, and this one gives you bonuses over here, this one gives you bonuses over here. But the problem is, then you have this stupid little rule here that says you get 1,742 to damage rating to firearm powers for 8 seconds when you hit with a brutal combat power. So it basically is saying, if you want a real good bonus, use one of these powers, and then we'll give you bonuses here. And the same thing with the enhanced bionics, which basically you got to use one of these to get bonuses over here. That mechanic is not my favorite. It's, they're trying to make these heroes seem different. Now look at how many, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So 20, he's got 20 powers. I want to count how many Iceman has. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20, 2, 4, 6, 7, 2, 4, 6, 4, 6, 7. Okay, so I'm just kind of comparing. So yeah, I'm not a big fan of that either, where it should be a, if you want to force somebody, again, you're almost forcing somebody to say, oh yeah, by the way, if you want this, you have to take a power over here, and if you want this, you have to take a power over here, which is kind of restricting. You only have so many points to spend, and it restricts what you can get, because I got to put points into this power, or I'm not going to get that bonus. And if I'm not getting that huge bonus, 1,742 is a pretty good sized bonus, actually. If I'm not using that bonus, I'm not getting the most out of my character that I can. And let's see if they've actually fixed, which is it? The Withering Fire. Let's see if they've fixed that yet. It was not targeting right. Looks like they might have fixed it, actually. I don't remember seeing the notes for it. I thought it was still bugged out, but it looks like it's actually going where I'm aiming, which is a little different than what it was before. So that's better. Okay, good. Yeah, it seems to be okay. I'll have to play with them some more just to see if the Withering Fire is actually fixed now. That would be nice if it was. Alright folks, well, that's neither here nor there. We're really looking at Iceman here. Switch back to Iceman. Worry about Iceman, we'll worry about the rest of it later. Anyways, Iceman, what? I'm not in combat, thank you. Yeah, he's not bad. He's just, he could be better. That's the problem with most everything Marvel Heroes is doing. Everything they do is okay, but nothing is like out of the world. I love some of the new changes. Definitely, I think are gonna help, but man, they could be making it so much better. I don't appreciate the fact that they're releasing heroes that have got all these issues and problems. So I hope they get their act together. And they were voted best. Or I guess I should say most improved MMO of 2014. Well, they're not going to get that if they continue what they've done the start of 2015 with the problems they had with Winter Soldier and of course now Iceman. So hopefully they get their act together. Anyways, we'll talk to you guys later. Thanks so much for watching. See you guys next time.